All right, Beer Night followers, this is segment
4
on episode 24.
4
4-year anniversary
it's 3.
for life.
It's 4.
No, it's 4.
You're right.
Yeah,
4.
It's
4.
cuatro.
I misplaced the beer segment.
Oh,
And
yeah.
segment 5,
Segment 5
believe it
is
or not,
the
is coming up
last.
next.
Oh, that's
4
going to
comes
be brutal.
5 comes after 4.
It
No,
does.
it does.
Believe
So
it or
this
not.
is the movies and TV show segment. What have we been watching lately? But before we get to what we have been watching lately, I'm going to throw some WWE in this segment. Not in the sports segment. It's going to be in this segment.
Change it up.
Some crazy,
We don't want any.
crazy shit going on.
We don't want any.
So
We're not going to let you hijack this
I'm
segment.
hijacking it.
WWE.
I'm going to start it off with hijacking this segment. Crazy shit. WWE had a fucking crazy week. Bad and good. Good and bad, I should say. Maybe good, then bad. And then
That's
back to
kind of what
good.
you said. You
It's
said
kinda, yeah,
bad
whatever.
and good, good and bad, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's start with the bad news.
We'll start with the good news first. So
change it
WWE has a fucking $5 billion Netflix deal
Wow.
worth fucking
for them.
$500 million a year for Monday night.
So
Is it Monday Night Raw?
Are
It's
you
Raw.
saying? Are you saying
that
that?
game
Raw
changer?
now, yeah.
Are you saying that a $5 billion deal is worth $5 billion?
$5 billion is worth $5 billion.
Which is
$500 million
Great information.
dollars
I
a
think
year.
That's just
How-
not how it works.
how
It might
insane
work that way.
Is this deal for Netflix? Is this a game changer for sports and maybe entertainment? Live sports
No.
and entertainment.
I
Is
feel like
this
this
some sort
fits
of
more.
kind of game changer?
This fits more in the movie show
No.
segment than
Yeah.
it does sports.
It does.
To be honest, it's more entertainment than it is
Yeah.
sports.
No, it's
bit,
not.
little
It's not a
bit.
game changer. Maybe
No?
for Netflix it is, but not for
Netflix
everybody else.
is-
I mean,
It's its first ever live show. They're going to be airing starting next year in January 2025.
interesting.
So Raw is going to get $10 million an episode.
Wow.
And they air every week. It's
cool.
insane. It's crazy. And then after that, The Rock has got his name back. It's now Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Got his name back, and now he's on the board of WWE.
In
and
terms of what?
Great. I was
He's on the
worried. I
board.
was worried about
He's
that.
on the board.
Oh, he's on the
he
board.
can make decisions with TKO and everything else. With
Oh.
UFC and WWE can make fucking crazy decisions if he wants.
There you go.
And then the 2 days later, this crazy fucking mind-boggling Vince McMahon
Yeah,
lawsuit came out. I'm like,
that guy's,
holy
Something special.
fucking shit, dude. That it's if you read any of it or if you heard any of it, it's
What's on the news
evil.
today? I
It's
saw it on the news today.
disgusting. It's what in the fuck? Unbelievable.
It's not quite Jeffrey Epstein, but you know, it's
It was behind the Iron
I-
Curtain. It was
I think
behind the
the-
Iron Curtain for a
it's
second.
going in that realm.
I
Yeah,
think
I
the
mean-
the word
They're preaching it up. to
for
me.
it is evil.
Yeah,
It just
it's-
everything sounds very fucking
Well, sex trafficking. It's
sex
never a good,
evil.
never a good
and-
trigger word.
And
Yeah.
just what? God, my. So I did see this comment earlier. It's, Mr. McMahon, the character on TV, is probably one of the best heels in the business on TV. Apparently, he's another biggest fucking heel off fucking TV too, as well. I was like, what? In the
It's a lot of fuckings. We need to drink.
Evidently,
Fuck,
yeah.
dude.
We have not. Is
Jesus
that like five,
Christ.
five, five,
Yeah,
six?
I'll,
that we need to
I'll
take?
fucking drink to my
Well, he's
fucking.
drinking to his fuckings apparently.
It's been.
I think that counts for as many.
And then
fuckings
after
drank.
the Vince McMahon WWE had the Royal Rumble, which is a fantastic showing.
It's coming.
So it's been up, down, up, and I don't know where it's gonna go, but crazy Netflix deal, crazy Vince
Good for
McMahon
them.
news, and like holy shit, WWE is just I don't know what to
So
what to say about
who's
this
going to be
shit.
the new personality aside from Vince McMahon on
So
that? So who is it? Triple H?
the
Is
leader
Triple H?
The leader of creative is Triple H.
Yeah.
He's in charge
has
of
been
all
for
of
a while.
creative.
Yeah,
He's
that's
been for
what
a
I
little
thought,
bit.
yeah.
You know, Nick Khan, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and Emmanuel, or I forget who's in charge of TKO. I forget his name.
Manuel in space.
Something like that. I don't know. Maybe he's in space. He's probably going to space eventually.
That's a deep cut for all you
Uh-huh.
like late '90s, early 2000s Skinamax watchers.
I was born 2000, so I don't know that deep cut, but you know
I don't
things.
think I know it either. But
Oh shit!
But yeah, so yeah, that's who's running it. Vince McMahon is completely out. He's resigned from everything and just.
I wonder why.
I wonder why too. So just some crazy entertainment news. Nonsense. I don't know. I'm a WWE fan. I'm still like just complex of the Vince McMahon news. I don't know what
Perplexed.
perplexed.
I'm complexed by it.
Perplexed.
It's complex.
By perplexuation.
My words are so crazy. I can't think of what I'm saying.
Oh, vocab and
I
things.
don't know. I don't know what to think. Vince McMahon is probably going to be the next Chris Benoit. He's going to be exercised from everything.
That's
It's just-
wild.
I don't know how he can come back from this. He probably won't. He shouldn't actually come back from this at all. Whatever was in that lawsuit
Just
is
bury his name in
just
rest.
fucking evil as fuck. It's just nonsense. That is my little shoe and I had to put in there for you guys.
Nice.
Now let's get into what we have been watching lately. I'll let you guys go before I ruin this segment and tell you all what I've been watching. But what have you guys
Finally.
been watching?
The Rock has never mind.
Come back to Beer Night. We watch, you listen. Chris, start off. What have you been watching lately?
So I want to give a little shout out to Monarch. Did you guys watch Monarch at all?
No, I don't have Apple TV.
Okay.
I refuse to get Apple.
Yeah, Apple TV's kind of.
Why do you refuse to get it?
Just fuck Apple. That's why.
I mean, sure, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it with my T-Mobile
Yeah.
phone plan.
I love to watch that, but
It's great. No, it's
Fuck Apple.
it's really well done.
Yeah.
It's better than really any of the Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
Maybe
Wow.
minus the first one.
What-
I'm talking about the American Godzilla
Yeah.
movies, but
Yeah.
What I've been hearing this Godzilla minus one.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a movie?
That
or
seems cool.
yeah, it's
to
a
me.
movie.
where?
You watched it?
I mean, where?
Where
It's
can you fucking watch this movie?
It's in theaters.
It's in
I saw it
theaters?
theaters. Yeah, the other
Oh.
week.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's
I live in a small town, so I don't get.
it's a
that shit.
Japanese movie though.
Yeah.
It's not
I
part
heard
of the,
it's like the fucking greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
since
I-
sliced
it
bread.
got really good reviews.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It got
You
really
guys
good
watch it
reviews.
or
Yeah.
no?
No, I haven't seen
No.
it yet, but it got really great reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
it's
I'm
supposed to be
hearing.
really good.
Yeah.
But that no,
Something
but
to
that's
watch
part.
now.
But that's part of the Japanese Godzilla
Like
tree,
tree,
if you will.
Godzilla?
It's
Okay.
not a part of the
Like
Monarch.
the recent stuff.
Monarch is based on all the American Godzilla movies.
So like Godzilla versus
Kong, Skull
so
Island,
Skull
King of the
okay.
Monsters,
Oh, yeah.
and then Godzilla versus
Well,
Kong.
I guess
It's
I'm gonna have to get the Apple.
The continuation of the storyline
Yep.
there.
I'm gonna have to get
That's
Apple
cool, yeah.
then.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, with all the fucking like multiverse type shit going on, and like this, all you gotta have this type of universe that.
They all try to bite off the Avengers.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, of
yeah.
course, but I like it. I like it.
I do
like, I
too.
like the
Yeah.
Godzilla
I do too.
storyline that's going on.
No,
it's cool.
well, especially if you like it, you should watch Monarch because
Okay.
Monarch
Yeah.
makes it way
Okay.
better. Because like I said, it's better than anything else that they put out,
Yeah.
basically, other than maybe the first Godzilla
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And I would argue it's even better than that.
Well, that was cool and all.
So,
Yeah.
like because it just adds so much more depth and character to the story,
Yeah.
and you got Kurt Russell, who I love.
yeah,
you know,
Kurt
so
Russell,
I mean,
kiss ass.
but also it just adds so much more depth to the story. It ties into the movies.
Mhm.
Right.
It ties into Godzilla, the first one, but also Kong Skull Island,
Mhm.
and so it kind of ties into all that stuff and
Yeah.
all the characters there. And it's all about Monarch, which is the company that is trying to track the monsters, and it goes back to when Godzilla was first discovered, post World War II and all that stuff. As a result of them coming to the surface with the atomic bombs and all that stuff. So it adds a lot of lore, but it's also a really well written, well acted, well directed show. The visual effects are really well done. So it's really top notch.
So can I ask the criticism of a lot of the Godzilla / King Kong movies was that the acting of the CGI monster was a lot better than the actors. I mean, obviously that's internet. It's internet. It's internet saying that.
To me,
But
King of the Monsters is the only one that really applies to it.
Well, you're right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
King of the Monsters was kind of cheesy.
Well, yeah.
But the first Godzilla and then Kong Skull Island were both good movies.
I think so.
They're not like
so as well.
amazing like masterpieces, but they're good movies.
Well, yeah, I think.
And so Monarch, first of all, it benefits from having Kurt and Wyatt Russell in it, and both of them are great actors, and they play their parts really well.
That's good.
And then they have other good actors in there as well. They're not all like amazing per se, but some of them are really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I really love Wyatt Russell. Wyatt Russell is awesome. Everything I've seen him in, I've always really liked. Did you ever see that? What's that? That one movie with takes place in World War II with the monster. You like horror movies, so I'm sure you saw it.
Oh, I know.
Overlord.
Overlord. Yes.
I love
Overlord.
Wyatt
Good
Russell was
shit.
awesome in that movie.
Yeah.
Wyatt Russell was great as John Walker
Yeah.
in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
He's great.
that was
The
a-
U.S. agent. He's great. He's great at that. He's great in this too.
Great.
Everything I
Great
see
acting on
Wyatt
that
Russell
show.
in, I like him.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell's even better. Like Kurt Russell has so many moments in this show where it's just like, this is why Kurt Russell's great, because he just has this natural charisma and humanity. He gives a monologue in this show where he has to kind of explain like the new world to somebody who's unfamiliar with the new world. And the way he does it is just so good. Like it's just so like real, and like it's so natural.
Yeah.
And so those two guys are great. And there's some other actors in it that are great as well. But really the writing is really well done. And the visual effects are great.
Yeah.
And it's just a good show overall. Like, and it adds so much to the modern monsterverse.
Yeah.
You know, Godzilla -1 is something completely different. That's part of the whole
Japanese kind of
lore, yeah.
But
lore.
Because it's a Japanese
cool,
movie.
though.
Yeah.
It seems cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really great. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. And the trailers look amazing, and it's gotten great reviews.
Yeah.
But yes, Monarch is great.
I'm gonna have to get
it's
Apple TV for like a
it's
week.
better.
and
Like I
watch
said,
it.
Like Paramount.
I would say
Sorry, I mean Peacock.
it's certainly better than King of the Monsters, because
Yeah.
King of the Monsters was by far the worst of the MonsterVerse.
it was like
It's better than Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
I would say
It's not hard to beat.
I would say it's probably better than Skull Island.
Yeah.
And I would say it's neck and neck with the first Godzilla. movie.
First Godzilla.
First
And I would
Godzilla,
say it might be
yeah.
better than that.
That set a benchmark, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really
It's
good.
really good.
But I would say Monarch is right there, if
Yeah,
not better.
yeah.
So
I have
Cool.
a funny story. I got confused. Some lady thought I was the guy from Tron Legacy at the gas station the other day, and
Why not?
well, apparently I look like Jeff Bridges, but
yeah, Tron Legacy. That's kind of a deep cut. Jeff Bridges was old in that movie.
and I was like, I thought it was Kurt Russell at first. I'm like, Kurt Russell? I'll take that. If I look like Kurt Russell, I'm like, and then I looked it up afterwards. I'm like, oh shit, that's Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass.
Old Jeff Bridges. Tron Legacy is old.
That's old.
Apparently, I look like Jeff Bridges in Tron Legacy. I mean, comment down below if you think of like fucking Jeff Bridges. I look like a lot of people apparently.
Anything else, Chris? What else have you been watching?
That's a great question. What else have I been watching?
You've been playing video games so much.
Brain fart. What's
Oh my
what's
God.
happening?
Movies, TV.
Come back to me. You can come back. To
You had
me.
a week. I give you this fucking.
Yeah, I got other things on my mind.
week.
Dude.
God
I got
damn.
other things on my mind.
Fuck.
So, yeah, what else?
You want to go fucking, since he has no clue what to
Yeah, no.
Want to go, William?
Me?
I watched Echo.
Echo.
I watched Echo.
Echo's
I did
good.
watch
That's
Echo.
on my list. Yes.
I watched Echo.
let's
How
go.
was Echo? How was Echo?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
So,
Marvel's on the comeback with Echo.
Comeback season with
Marvel.
Echo?
Marvel
So-
never went away.
So
Like no,
well,
never,
all right.
contrary to popular belief, Marvel never went away.
Let's go down this little road
He had
here.
a few downfalls.
Let's go down this road.
Not really.
So was it the Marvels or Miss Marvels? The movie. What was it called? The Marvels.
Miss Marvel was a show.
show.
The Marvels,
The Marvels
was the latest
movie.
movie.
I feel like, was it the Secret? It wasn't Secret Invasion. The Secret. What was,
Secret Invasion,
it was-
the Nick Fury
Talking about
show.
Fury,
The
was it
Skull-
Secret Invasion.
The
Secret
Skull
Invasion.
Show. Yeah, the
Secret
Skull
Invasion.
Show.
I feel
yeah.
like they should have been reversed because,
Interesting.
like, the Marvel should have came out, then Secret Invasion should have came out, because
But
in
the
the
Marvels
Marvels
takes place after Secret Invasion.
it doesn't feel like it, because there's nothing in the Marvels that the Secret Invasion had.
other than it's kind of the aftermath for Nick Fury. But I
But
get
there's
what you're
no,
saying. It's
there's
not
no,
really
there's
referenced
no
that much.
there's no aftermath.
No,
for
it's
Nick
it's it's
Fury.
more
There's
referencing.
hardly anything.
It's more referencing the.
There's hardly anything. I feel like they should
Just a
have
little
been.
bit for Nick. It's a little bit for Nick Fury, but not a whole lot.
Yeah,
But
I feel like they should have been
more
after.
It's
like,
it's more
flipped.
referencing Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
The show of Ms.
Yeah.
Marvel. That's what it's more
That's
referencing.
more reference.
Yeah.
I feel like that it should have been flipped, and then maybe a little bit made sense.
I don't know that would have
because
helped Secret Invasion that much.
well,
Secret Invasion, I liked Secret
I
Invasion,
did
but
a
I
little
but
bit,
I
yeah.
did feel that it was a little
Yeah.
disappointing just because it should have been bigger.
yeah,
And I think we talked about this on the show.
we did. We did.
So like I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think it was a well done show.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like it could have been so much bigger.
Mm.
Because Secret Invasion was pretty big in the comics and it
Yeah.
could have been a lot bigger on the screen. So that was my only complaint about that was that it felt much more isolated. Like it was just like this is a one-off little show that we're doing,
Yeah.
and it could have been much bigger.
If they went the Marvels and then Secret Invasion, I feel
would-
like
it
it
would've
would have
hit
been a little
differently.
hit different.
I
I,
enjoyed the
think it
Marvels.
would. I like the Marvels.
I like the
I
Marvels.
did too.
Yeah. I
I
liked
really
it.
liked it.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was good. But I think it's just because of that of how the Secret
sequence went.
Invasion
Yeah.
came before.
But
it.
see,
I feel like because
I'm surprised you connected those
Yeah.
dots because to me, I didn't connect
because
those dots
there's
at all.
there's no like Nick Fury's wife
Yeah,
should be
no,
up there.
I
Not
get you.
not in the movie.
I get you.
There's the Skrulls have an actual planet,
Yeah.
but it's in the show they don't have anything. They don't have nothing in the show.
That's
They're like
a good point.
finding something. Like
Well,
I feel like if it was
in
in
the sh-
reverse, it would have made a little bit more
Yeah.
sense.
Well, but if it was in reverse, then it wouldn't have made sense that they had because in the
they didn't have anything.
but they
When
weren't.
they said in the Secret Invasion, they
yes,
have nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
then why would you have them all of a sudden have something in the Marvels? That
Well,
came after it?
they had something in the Marvel, and then it went away because of the it got destroyed. The planet got destroyed that they were on.
Yes.
in the Marvels.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
but that's not why they didn't have anything. They,
I know.
they didn't have anything
but
in
they
Secret
had
Invasion because
something, and then it got taken away, and then
sure, but you're kind of
Yeah.
rewriting everything. The reason why it got taken away is because the events that happened in
that's it.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That so it was just kind of changed that. I
It
guess.
changed
Well,
it. I just feel like it
it
would have
probably
been better if it
explained
was
it,
in
yeah.
reverse.
well, I feel like they explain things better, like in the interesting movies
Yeah.
than they do shows. Anyways, like shows, they try to give it that feel of like, oh, they have nothing, this and that,
Yeah.
like, and all of a sudden the movie they
Yeah.
show you
Well,
a
Secret
glimpse
Invasion-
of what they have, and then they lost it.
Secret Invasion was a really cool idea, and I did think it was executed relatively well. I just feel like it should have been bigger.
Bigger.
Mhm.
Yeah, a
And
little more bigger.
I there was some things that I didn't like. Some choices they made where I really like the main scroll guy. I
Yeah.
forget his name.
I
He's
don't
played
know.
by Ben Mendelsohn, who
Yeah.
I like a lot as an actor. And he played him in Captain Marvel too, and he was very charismatic and likable in Captain Marvel, and he was great in Secret Invasion. But spoiler alert, they kill him off by like episode 3,
Oh,
and it's kind of like, well, I really liked him, and then like you don't have much left other than Nick Fury, and then
Yeah.
Don Cheadle was great in it too, but like you just don't. It just felt like it should have been much bigger.
Yeah,
That's really what it boils down to.
And then now in cinematic universe of Marvel, they've fired that one guy that was
Kang.
the Kang.
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, so now they're kind of resetting
Mhm.
everything.
yeah,
So
trying to rekindle it all.
it should be interesting. I don't know. I think the only Marvel movie coming out this year in 2024 is the Deadpool 3. That's it. And
Well,
then
I'm super excited about
Well,
that.
I'm
by the way.
super
Come on,
fucking
dude.
excited for that.
By the way,
But I think they have
we
some
kind of buried the
shows.
lead. You saw the Marvels.
Yes.
So did you see the Marvels? No.
Oh, we haven't talked about the Echo. Echo's
well,
fantastic.
but also
don't watch
the
much.
the stinger, the after credits scene in the Marvels.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
X-Men fans rejoice right there.
Oh my god,
So-
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
So maybe once the
Spoil it
Deadpool
for
3
me.
rolls around, we'll get
Yeah.
some more of that X-Men shit.
I'm excited about that for
But
sure.
Echo,
So
going back to Echo,
Yeah.
fantastic show. I wish it was kind of a little bit longer.
I do agree. I do
wish
too.
it
I
was
wish
a
it
little
was
bit
longer.
more episodes.
I do too.
Draw it out a little bit more.
So
It kind of like felt like a couple episodes in the middle kind of felt a little flat. Wasn't as action packed. There's more story.
it's more
based.
drama. Yeah, it's more
Drama.
drama. It led
Yeah.
you to believe that it was going to be an action show,
Yeah.
but it really wasn't.
Right.
It
Not-
really wasn't.
Even at even the last episode wasn't that big of a
No,
like a
it wasn't.
fight.
No, it wasn't.
Mhm.
wasn't too crazy, but all in all, though, still the writing on it, the way, even I love the aspect of the signing everything, the death
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah,
It was really cool to see, because you don't see that very much
Yeah.
in even in movies or even TV shows.
No,
It was
it's
kind of
not
it was
really
really cool to
recognized, yeah.
see, and I mean, it's fantastic. I love that show. It's a fantastic
Yeah,
show. I just
and-
wish it was longer.
Yeah, I
Had a
agree.
little bit more.
Could have been longer.
action,
So
you know?
to that point,
Yeah.
I've been going back and watching all of the Defenders series.
Oh,
We
you
talked
have?
about
Oh,
that.
yeah,
So
me too.
I'm on Iron
Come
Fist.
on now.
I'm on Iron Fist now.
The first episode of Echo,
Yes. Great. With Daredevil?
Daredevil.
Yeah,
Daredevil.
it was great. So to your point, there is all of those series are 13 episodes long,
Yeah.
and they don't need to be 13,
No.
but I feel like something more than 5.
Yeah.
So-
a little bit more.
So yeah, we could have gone like 8,
yeah.
10 maybe. You know,
9.
it's fine.
Yeah.
So, and I'm on Iron Fist now. By the way, I've said this before, I think somewhere in this series, but I don't really get the Iron Fist hate. I actually really enjoy
really
that
like
fucking
Iron Fist?
show.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I really enjoy
Yeah.
that show.
I was subpar on the show.
Like
I
I
was in the middle of it.
really enjoy that
in
fucking
the
show.
middle.
Like Danny, okay, Danny has his things that
Yeah.
like he's not maybe the greatest actor in the world.
Yeah.
But
I
he's
think
not,
that's my critique.
but he's
as
not,
well of
it's
it,
not
yeah.
but he's not especially bad.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't to me, it doesn't really ruin it. But I love the whole subplots with the
Yeah.
Meachums, and I love Colleen Wing. I love it. Like there's a lot to like in that show. I just people just wanted to hate it so badly. They just wanted to hate it, so they looked for any little thing to fucking nitpick. And it's like, I remember my favorite was I saw this YouTube video that had a side by side comparison. We're going deep now. We're talking about Iron Fist like it just came out fucking last month.
I was like
Yeah.
8
only been
years
a few
ago.
years.
Calm down,
So-
Chris. Come on.
But one of my favorites was I
Before the
saw, I,
show
saw this,
started.
I saw this YouTube video of a side by side comparison, like comparing the fight scenes of Iron Fist to Daredevil.
Yeah.
And so they picked this, not a biased video at all. Right?
no,
There's
not
no
at all.
prejudice in
Not
this
even
video.
Not
at
at
all.
all.
So they picked an Iron Fist fight scene, and mind you, the show Iron Fist has like 1,000 fight scenes. You could pick any number, but they happened to pick one that had 52 cuts in it. And then, so they compared it to, again, this is not a biased comparison at all. They compared it to the hallway fight scene in Daredevil,
was just one cut.
which has
single
one
shot.
cut.
Yeah, no shit.
Because it's made to look like a single cut, right? It's
Oh.
meant to be a single cut.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Phenomenal.
they didn't compare it to any of the fight scenes in Daredevil that have multiple cuts.
No
they,
shit.
They
Of course
picked,
they didn't.
They picked the one shot, right? They picked- and they could have taken the least amount of cut, scene in Iron Fist and compared it to the most amount of cut scene in Daredevil, but they didn't do that.
No.
So it was just kind of exemplified how people were trying so hard to
Well,
dislike
they
that
just-
show. But if you
yeah,
actually watch the show, there's a lot to chew on in that show. There's a lot of really cool story stuff going on, and there's good action in it too. Yes, but is the action as good as Daredevil? No, but it's not as good of a show as Daredevil in all. But that's fine. It doesn't mean like it's like you can only be Daredevil or you're shit. Because otherwise
Come on.
there'd be a lot of shows that are shit. So.
Well, you heard it here first. Chris likes Iron Fist. There you go.
Underrated.
Underrated.
That's pretty cool.
Echo was good. So Echo was good. It could have been longer. though,
What
for
if?
sure. What If was great. Oh shit! I forgot about What If.
What
I love
if?
What If. I loved What
Oh,
If.
I love it.
I love What If. It was
And I
great.
love the story underneath the story. It was very like it didn't like happen until like kind of like the middle of the season, and then you kind of get into it and like, oh, this is a good fucking story they're
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
underneath everything, and then
Well,
it
but the
climaxes.
first season was like that too.
Yeah,
The first season like kind of like loads you in.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is just gonna be
but
episodic.
I think it
and
lulls you in at the beginning in the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
season.
Right.
The second season, no, it
it
kind
gave
of
you little nuggets.
nuggets
yeah.
here
yeah.
and
it's
there,
a-
but
it's
it was like in the
multiverse and
middle.
multiverse.
yeah.
Yeah, which was cool. And what a fantastic season! Love it. Anything else you guys have been watching before I take over this
You're gonna
segment?
take over out.
You already took it over at WWE. You're
No,
done.
no, I'm not done. I
done.
got plenty to talk about
You
still.
are
WWE.
done.
Anything else? Spit it out.
I've watched like until like the third or fourth season or third or fourth episode of Ted, the newest Ted.
Ooh,
Ted?
Ted.
Yeah,
How was that?
It's
Ted, how is
fucking
it? I
pretty
kind of want to
funny,
watch it
dude.
too.
I actually think it's funny.
So I love the Ted 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Funny
dude, like
ones,
the actor they chose for the kid as a Mark Wahlberg like teenager, and then they have this like niece that they've adopted for college or whatever that she is, and she's funny, dude. Like it's the different like little like nuances they put into it. Like Ted's they idolize Ted as such a dumbass. Like he's so ignorant, he's so arrogant, and like the niece tries to like sit there and like PC him the whole time. It's fucking funny. I think it's funny. Like it's good. Like I really enjoyed Ted. And then I think the last movie I watched was fucking Barbie. And actually, I know Barbie. You know, it's something. Barbie's something, but it actually was pretty good. You know,
You liked it?
I enjoyed. I enjoyed Barbie. It was what it was at the beginning, because at first it was like, oh, hi Barbie, like it was trying to be like the fucking.
Well,
it was trying to be like the Barbie land.
That's another one that lulls you into a false sense of.
It does.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. All of a sudden,
Then all of a sudden there's a story.
there's a story
Yeah.
that develops, and
Was it-
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
Is it more of a comedy? Is it more like a
Dramedy.
It's like
drama?
It's like a dramedy musical, like
musical,
just
I
like
Yeah, I don't like musicals either.
it's like a thematical movie. Like
Yeah.
it really plays on the part of like how men rule the world
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
and
he comes back to Barbie Land. And he starts ruling the world as Ken does as like a man. You know,
Yeah.
he takes it over when Barbie's gone, and all of a sudden Barbie Land's not all women rule. You know, it's good. It's a good commentary. It's good commentary on society. I
and
feel
so
like.
what I've heard about it, I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it because I'm a film nut, and you
Yeah,
know,
I'll watch
it's
some
and it's
controversy
considered
stuff.
one of the better movies of the year. So
Yeah,
I
it
kind
is,
of need to
is.
see
Pretty
it.
good.
But what I've heard about it is that it's much more artistic than you would expect,
Yeah.
because we think of a
Yes.
Barbie movie and we think of it as being very skin deep, but it's much more artistic and
It
has a
is.
lot more to
Yeah.
just say and
It's
much more
theatrical.
depth.
Yeah, it's theatrical for sure.
John Cena's in it. He's playing a mermaid.
Oh, that
so,
shit that cracked me up.
so I'm
He-
looking for.
He's fucking
some
hilarious.
kind
Like
of-
he has maybe like 6 lines,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's good in it.
And what I've heard is like it was very random. Like John Cena meets Margie. What's her name?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Margie.
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 Margot
Margie.
Robbie, like on like some sort of like
So Barbie meets Barbie.
Meets Barbie, like
Margie Rob.
like
Margie
offset
Barbie.
on some sort of like I don't know, like something. You know, like hey, you want to be in this movie? Yeah, sure. And like they shoot apart for John Cena. So
Oh,
that's
And you know what? Actually, was a pinnacle of
pretty
the movie.
funny.
To be honest
That's
with
what
you,
I've heard. Yeah,
that's the
So
last
think
movie I
it's pretty
saw.
funny.
I feel like the best last movie
Anything
I saw
else
was.
before I tell you what I've watched?
I
Yeah,
was I was just gonna say that I feel like the best last movie I saw was I watched it with my roommates in college was Whiplash.
It was a great movie.
Whiplash is
Whiplash.
Whiplash.
The,
I know it's not very
drummer-
recent,
Yeah, I saw that.
He-
That's a good
oh,
movie.
dude.
Badass.
Great movie, yeah.
The cinematic performance by the main actor, as well as
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
was
Simmons
amazing in that
as
movie,
the jazz instructor.
Yeah.
Dude, come on now, and like
What
and like
What a
the
dick.
the twist
But
and
he's
turn.
great.
No, he's a
Great,
dick. He's a
great.
dick, but he's a
Great
good.
dick.
He's a great dick.
The
Yeah.
way it ends.
Yeah.
I mean, as any porn star will say, he's a great dick, dude.
Great.
Like he's, but at the same time, like it's just such a fucking like it's such a beautiful movie. It's so
It is.
it's so well just like constructed. Like I know that it's not very much a dialogue movie. At the same time as
But
it
it is. It is.
But
at
it
the
is
same
at the same
time.
time, it
It's
is.
got great dialogue.
But it's just, I don't know. I watched it with my roommates, and
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, I like to smoke a little bit of weed, so
So-
it was fun to watch. But at the same time, like the RA
Yeah.
came up to my room and was like, "This is too loud. You need to turn it down." I'm like, "Oh shit, we're watching Whiplash too loud." But like, I at the end of the movie, I was like, you know what? That was a fucking great movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
That was a
It's a good
great
movie.
So
movie.
one of the things I love about J.K. Simmons' portrayal is that he really nails the kind of the music teacher stuff.
Yeah.
Like the way he is up there as a composer. Like when he first comes in and he's fucking with the drummer because he wants to mess with the drummer.
Yeah.
Because he just hates the drummer,
Well,
So-
it's
so
not quite my tempo.
the way he's like he's holding his hand up and then
No.
yep, and then every time he cuts off the rest of the band, they just all listen because he's got those composer
And
moves
there's
that-
3 different drummers.
like his
fucking competing for the
just-
starting position.
his mannerisms seem so natural. Like it seems like he actually is that guy.
Yeah. Great. Good screen performance.
Yeah.
All right, Steve.
Okay.
Hold on, no, I mentioned it earlier.
Whoa.
Chris has got something to say.
I
Hold
did
on.
watch the.
We're moving over here.
I did watch the Imitation Game. Not quite as old as Whiplash, but it's getting up there a little bit. And that's a great movie with Benedict Cumberbatch about the invention of the Turing machine I mentioned earlier, which was meant to be
it all goes around.
a code breaking
Full circle.
a code breaking machine to break the Enigma machine code in World War II. The Nazis encrypted code so they could get their communications.
That's
and so
interesting.
yeah, so it was a
Wh-
very
where-
good movie.
Was it,
What are
where
the
you-
highlights
Where
of
can
it?
watch
Yeah.
that? Where can you watch that? Is this buy it or?
I don't remember where I
So where
watched
you
it. I
watched it?
searched it and
Searched it
wherever
and
it was
found it?
available, I watched it.
Shit, all right.
I might have rented it for all I
There,
know.
there you go.
So, but it's a great movie,
Yeah.
and it's historical. It's it's a very important piece of human history because what's great about that movie is that the context is the human history of us winning World War II.
Yeah.
Not just us, but also the British, because
Yeah.
it was the
It
British
was
who were
British
breaking the
War
code.
as well. Yeah.
They broke the code.
Yeah.
It was, Alan Turing worked for the British government
Yeah.
in breaking the Nazi code and being able to anticipate their military
Yeah.
attacks. So that is the context of the human history. The subtext
Mhm.
of the human history there is the invention of the computer, which, needless to say, completely and radically changed human history, arguably far more than winning World War II.
It might have revolutionized
So,
it. just maybe.
because even if it was like the Man in the High Castle type
Yeah.
thing, where the Nazis won World War II,
Yeah.
they might have still taken Alan Turing's ideas and built the computer, and might still have computers as we do today. So,
Greatest invention ever.
arguably, the more significant, and I wouldn't even say arguably, I would say it's quite obvious, the more significant achievement in that movie is the subtext of them inventing the first computer and how that revolutionized human history for centuries to come. really.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That is the human
Yeah.
accomplishment in that movie. Oh, and by the way, they also contributed to stopping the Third Reich.
Just
which
may
is kind of a big deal.
What was the movie called
maybe a
again?
big deal.
The Imitation Game.
Imitation Game. Okay.
Yeah, great
Maybe
movie.
Check
So,
that out. I'll
lots
probably
of
have to check that
subtext
out
there.
too. Yeah.
So you didn't answer the question. Where can we
I have
Search
to- I have to
search
look it
for it
up.
on your streaming app.
Look it up.
Your
Find it.
the OS,
somewhere.
whatever
On your
OS you use,
smart
whatever,
TV.
whatever. If you use a smart TV,
This
fine.
guy.
If
I
you
know
use
mo- I
a
know
Fire
where I
Stick,
find
fine. If
shit.
you use a Roku stick, fine. Go to a little search icon, type in Imitation Game, and then click Watch Now.
Or rent now, apparently.
Rent it,
It's
motherfucker.
that good.
Non fucking whatever. Leave the World Behind on Netflix.
That was a good
I
fucking movie.
liked it a lot.
I thought it was pretty
kept me-
good.
It kept me in the drama of everything. It kept
On
me
the edge of my
fucking edge of
seat.
my seat.
Yep.
What's gonna happen next? Fucking Julia Roberts was a fucking bitch in it, and it fucking was like fantastic.
She was a C word for sure.
Oh, very much so. Like, ugh, fuck. But it definitely kept me on the edge of my seat and wanted to know what happened next. Everyone hated the ending of that movie.
I did.
I understood it.
I understood it too.
I understood
I
the
understood
ending.
the ending, but I was just
Because-
like, oh, fuck.
Because at the end, you kind of figured out.
Spoiler
where-
alert?
Spoiler. We're gonna spoil this here real
Okay,
quick.
I haven't seen it
You
yet.
haven't seen
so.
this? I'm gonna. Oh, okay. I won't spoil it too much. But at the end, you kind of understand where everyone's gonna eventually go. So
eventually gonna end up. Yeah.
quit fucking crying about it. Relax. Jesus fucking
let's
Christ.
just say that the
Quit your fucking crying.
There you go.
the beginning of the end is the end of the beginning. with
Pretty
that movie.
much.
Yeah.
You figured out what's
Indeed.
gonna happen at the end. You can fucking draw it up in your
And-
mind.
It,
Um,
it was good.
Yeah, it
I
was
really
good.
enjoyed.
I
that
liked
movie.
it too. Talk to Me. Fucking amazing horror movie.
So by the way,
Horror
I
fucking
don't
great.
I don't know that I ever told you this. You know, I went to their panel at Comic-Con,
Oh,
right?
you did.
The
Really?
directors, yeah,
You
the
did,
two
yeah.
brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
I was at their panel.
You're at the
Comic-Con.
panel, huh?
Yeah,
Did you watch the
Did you ever
movie?
watch
I
it?
did not. No.
You
I've never seen it
fucking
either.
should.
What is it on?
It is
What is
so
it on?
good. I bought it, so I don't know what it's on, but I bought it.
What streaming service? Yeah,
I
you were
fucking
asking
no
earlier.
clue. I bought it. You buy it. So the movie is about this fucking hand that is kind of possessed. and
Yeah,
you can-
demonic possession.
Yeah, you grab it and you tell it to talk to me. And all of a sudden, you see like this apparition of fucking
is it-
someone dead.
Is it like the monkey hand? Is it kind of like the
Kinda,
evil monkey hand?
Maybe. And then you tell this person to talk to me, and an apparition of someone dead comes out, and you tell them to like let me in, and then it fucking lets you in, and like
Shit,
it haunts you.
It pulls you in.
It pulls you in.
That's crazy.
And it's just a tailspin of a fucking crazy movie.
Sick.
I know.
It's called
I'm a big
Yeah,
horror
Talk to
movie.
Me, yeah.
Talk to me. I'm a big horror movie fan. This was something different, like
So-
than anything I've ever seen. It is
So-
outstanding.
So, by the way, the two brothers, the directors,
Yeah.
are very cool dudes.
Yeah.
And like I said, I went to their panel at Comic Con. Very cool, funny dudes, very down to earth, likable guys.
That's cool.
And they were given an opportunity by A24 Studios to
It's
make
like
this movie.
A24, yeah.
To make this movie, and you know they believed in it, and even at Comic Con,
It's an Australian movie, I believe. as
even
well.
in Comic Con, which was in July, right? This movie had a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
It had a lot of buzz.
It
And
got talked about a
that's
lot.
Why, that's
on,
why they were.
like,
Well, that's why they were there.
Yeah.
That's why they were there having a panel at Comic Con is to promote it, but also because it had a certain amount of buzz beforehand as well.
Yeah.
And very cool dudes, and just hearing them talk about the movie, like it sounded very. I just never got around to watching it, but it sounded very interesting, and you know I paid attention to it a little bit after that, just because I was at
This is-
the panel.
yeah.
Right.
So I saw the
Yeah.
reviews and when they came out for that. I saw when it was releasing
Yeah.
in theaters and on streaming in the States and stuff like that.
Definitely.
And the reviews were always
must
very
watch.
glowing. Like it got great reviews.
Yeah.
So.
I would buy it if I were you. Just fucking buy
Really?
it. This is fucking great.
Just own it.
Own it, bro.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. Rebel Moon Part 1. Did you
I
guys
watched
watch
it. Yeah,
Did you like it at all? Did you like it?
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it. I'm
It
kind of.
was fine.
It was
but
fine. Yeah.
the-
I'm
here-
kind of wanting to see part 2. I'm ready for it.
there's a couple of things that
It reminded me of
like.
Dune a little bit, but
Kind of what?
Dune a little bit.
No,
But not-
much more
not
like
as
Star
much.
Wars. It's
Maybe
total. It's
Star
a total
Wars.
ripoff of Star Wars. Yeah.
Star
Like there's
Wars.
so many ripoffs of Star
Yeah,
Wars in that movie.
yeah.
But so
It's still good.
here's the thing about that is I didn't think it was as bad as everybody said. I'm gonna start there. I thought it had more entertainment value than a lot
was
of the
very
flack
entertaining.
that,
I liked
than
it
a lot of
too.
the flack that it got. However, here's my issues with it. One, it's super derivative. It rips off so many other
It
sci-fi
does,
movies that came
yeah.
before it. Primarily Star Wars. There's
Yeah.
like so many Star Wars esque things in it. And two, come on, Zack Snyder. Enough with the slow motion action shots.
Oh my god. The CGI slow motion
It's-
shots.
there's so many.
They're so over edited.
There's
Oh,
so many. Like, we get it. You like slow motion shots.
Okay, Michael Bay.
It's enough.
I agree, it's
Enough.
not-
There was a lot.
Nah,
There was a lot.
a lot, yeah.
That being said, I didn't mind the characters. I
Yeah.
didn't mind the story.
I
It
liked
just-
how they went to like different planets to find different people to help the cause.
It was just very
and everything.
derivative.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
I like that.
It was very derivative. Watch something like, I don't know.
Star Wars.
Yeah, The Bad Batch. I don't know. Something like
Bad
that. Like,
Batch,
I
yeah.
was-
The
final-
Bad Batch season.
Final season's coming
Final
out.
season's
Yeah.
upon us
Yeah,
as well.
final season.
Saw the trailer.
You know what I watched recently that I forgot how great of a movie it was, and I went. So I've been going back and watching a lot of the Chris Nolan movies because I haven't
Oh.
seen them in a while.
Alright,
So I've been
alright.
watching them.
Dark Knight.
Fucking Interstellar, man.
Yeah.
That's a fucking
I need to rewatch
insanely
it.
great movie,
I need to
dude.
Dude, that
rewatch
movie's a
I've
trip.
been
Like,
wanting to rewatch that movie in a long time.
Insanely, you
Yeah, because I've seen it, but I want to rewatch it again.
immediately do
Yeah.
it. It's an insanely great
Yeah.
movie.
I
Like,
keep-
it's one of those movies
Like,
you
I've seen
need to
praises,
rewatch it
like,
just
yeah.
to kind of like
kind of
because to
it's kind of
absorb
like a
that
movie
movie.
you have to watch 2 or 3
Multiple
times to like
times,
fucking.
yeah.
But
multiple times
when
to
you
get-
fully
Yeah.
absorb everything that's going on in that movie, not just from like a technical standpoint, from
Yeah.
a scientific standpoint, but from an emotional standpoint,
for sure. Yeah.
the story, the drama in that movie is
Yeah.
so palpable.
it is.
It's so well written.
Yeah.
The acting is so well.
Right.
Like that movie is like it's a fucking gut shot. Like it
Right.
really is. It's a 3-hour long gut shot.
Well,
it is,
when
it
he
is.
finally
really
returns,
is.
when he finally returns to Earth, and all of a sudden his daughter's all grown up.
Yeah.
Dude, Relativity, man.
That-
that movie. That
that
movie.
shit's
Like
insane.
that
It's
movie does a
crazy.
great job of teaching you layman terms relativity.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when
Every
they,
minute's a year.
when they
Whatever it
come off
was,
that
yeah.
when they come off that planet with the giant waves,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he,
yeah.
and then he comes back
It's
on
like
the ships and then
50
and
or
then sees
whatever.
then
how
sees
many
all
years?
the video messages from his son.
Yeah. It's
That
insane.
scene is ridiculous.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
Like, what the
heartbreaking.
fuck? Oh
It's
my God, it's been
absolutely
this long?
heartbreaking.
Even though it's been this long, I'm like, what the fuck?
It's absolutely
Yeah.
heartbreaking. Like that movie, like the emotional impact that
Yeah.
you aren't expecting it.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing that's great about that movie is that Chris Nolan movies always have the technical aspect,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like that kind of like sci-fi esque, like Inception, Tenet,
Yeah.
Movies like that.
I
that
gotta
are,
rewatch
It's always
Tenet.
it's always kind of
Tenet's great.
It's always kind of
I
accurate.
seen it
but-
once. I gotta rewatch
but
it again.
they have that very sci-fi esque, but then they always have this
It's a
emotional
pandemic movie.
core that kind of hits
Yeah.
you somewhere. And I feel like Interstellar does that probably the best out of all of them. It has that emotional core that just kind of hits you. You're just like, so they're talking about relativity, you're doing all this sci-fi stuff,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it just hits you with this emotional core, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? This is crazy. Like I was not expecting this. I was not. And like when he sees his son on fucking video message grow up into fucking Casey Affleck, basically.
Yeah.
And just like everything that progresses onto that, it's insane. Like it's so well written
It is.
and so well directed. Visually, there's very few movies that look anything like that have the look of that look is grandiose.
Yeah. Visually, it's great.
His shots of the black hole and of
Yeah.
Saturn and stuff like that, it's insane.
Great acting job.
Oh,
Great acting
Matthew
job.
McConaughey is
Matthew
by far
McConaughey.
like that
Or my leak.
well, but like you if you're the biggest hater of Matthew McConaughey, you will watch that movie and love him.
Yeah, holy shit!
Like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
crazy. He's
This
fucking
guy
great in that
fucking
movie.
act all of a sudden.
My girl Jessica Chastain's in that movie too. I love her.
It's definitely not
I
Beach Bum, let's say
love
that.
her. And I watched. So this is an oldie. This is
Keep
an
going,
oldie.
keep going.
This
Let's
is an
go.
Oldie. This is an oldie. I just
Oldie.
watched it last night. So this is recency bias a little bit, but I just watched it again last night. I've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Godfather.
Oh, dude.
Of course, it's part. It's
Come
part of the like
on.
top. I think it's part of the top 5 like
I
classic
just
movies
have
of
to
all time
I just
and,
have to
like,
reinforce
whatever.
what a great fucking movie that is.
Fucking
Just like Interstellar, another 3-hour fucking amazing
epic
movie.
as
take
fuck,
some
yeah.
Adderall and fucking watch it.
So great.
Yeah, come
We
on.
might
now.
have to talk about like the
Yeah,
top
I
5
don't need
movies of
Adderall.
all
I
time.
just watched it
I'm
last
just
night.
fucking around. Just
So
people can't stay focused.
dude,
Godfather. Yeah,
what a
that's it.
great fucking
Yeah.
movie. I'm gonna watch the second one pretty soon here. Just
So
'cause
you're
I've
going-
seen them all.
So you're going down the Godfather rabbit holes. Where you're going
Yeah,
right
I've
now.
already seen them a bunch of times, but
That's so
every
good.
once
You're
in
in
a
the
while
mode,
you
in
need
the
to
mode.
rewatch those
Yeah, I
movies.
agree with you.
That's some-
You know
Because
what?
it's a
You know
fucking
what I need to
masterpiece.
rewatch is the what's the new movie coming out at Netflix? The I can't fucking
What
think
the
of
hell is that supposed to mean?
the Murphy movie.
Oh, Beverly Hills
Beverly Hills.
Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop. So I gotta rewatch those.
Gotta
Is
rewatch
kind of
them.
on that.
So memorable. So memorable.
I know I kind of tailspin the segment.
You're not gonna fall over
Godfather
the banana in the
to the-
tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall.
Yeah.
Put some
You gotta
emphasis
watch
in it, brother.
Gonna watch those movies to see the new Netflix version. What else? I've seen Peaky Blinders season 4.
Piggy Blinders. You're
how many
late on
seasons?
this
How many
one.
seasons? Are there 6 seasons?
I've never seen it.
6. Yeah.
6. So I'm on season. I
You
just
need to get
finished.
on that. It's
Just
fantastic.
Finished
Apparently.
season
One of the
4.
best shows ever.
Holy
told.
shit!
Told.
The fucking
So season 4 is
New York Mafia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beer.
it's Adrian
Fucking-
Brody as
yeah.
Luca Cingretta. Luca
fucking-
Cingretta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just nonsense.
Yeah.
Fucking
Great.
Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Piggy Blinders is one of the best
Oh,
shows ever. It's
Fucking.
just
I love
epic.
after season 3, the hook. After that, I'm like, oh my god, I need a fucking. Everyone's going to prison. What the fuck? I need to fucking see season 4. Season 4, and like, holy shit.
So
what the
here's
fuck is
here's
going
why
on?
you need to watch Peaky Blinders immediately because it's a breeze because every season is 6 episodes.
6 episodes. Oh shit. Yeah,
but it's
a
a
breeze.
perfect length.
Yeah.
Like they
Perfect.
do it so
Perfect.
well. It's perfect.
Each episode's about an hour long. Like
Yeah,
55,
it's just a perfect
50
length.
minutes, hour long. Yeah, it's perfect.
Like it's
6.
it's
Great.
Yeah, you need to watch all 6 seasons immediately.
I'm ready for
because it's
season
worth it.
5. I'm getting ready to jump on the bandwagon on that. And I think that's
Shit hits the fan in season
it.
5. That just
I'm
gets
ready
crazy.
for that. I'm ready for that. Anything else? Are we done with this
I think
segment?
we pretty much
I think
covered it.
we've gone over an
We've
hour.
gone from The Godfather to Peaky Blinders and
Yeah.
beyond. Like I think
We've
it's
expended our time.
Marvel.
We talk about it. Yeah, Marvel.
Everything
We talk about
else.
it.
Echo, Miss
Echo.
Marvel. Like come on,
Monarch.
little- I
Apparently need to watch
shoot
Monarch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shoot my
Wait.
horror and WWE in there. So
My
there
ass
we
is getting
go.
tired.
That wraps up movies and TV show segment. We watch, you
Godfather,
listen.
Echo, and everything in between.
And
Rocky,
everything.
yeah.
Rocky and
The Watchers and that thing.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This is a very important piece of information. Okay, today, the day that we're shooting,
February 2nd, 3rd.
Apollo
Second.
Creed, Carl Weathers passed away
Oh.
today.
Passed away. You know.
Yes.
That's so sorry.
Yes.
Everybody bowed down to the fucking legend because there is
Apollo
only
Creed,
one
the Predator.
Apollo fucking
The
Creed.
Predator guy.
There is
The
only one.
He was
The
in
Mandalorian. too.
Mandalorian.
He was also
there
in
as
Happy
well.
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
But no, Apollo Creed
Apollo Creed you
is
go
by far the
top-notch?
best, like of all his
Yeah.
characters.
I
Like,
agree.
it's not even close.
No, I,
So,
I
I
agree.
I do like
with
the
that.
Mandalorian part though. It's
He's
pretty
great,
good.
He's
but-
great. Apollo
but
Creed.
Apollo Creed, come on.
Creed.
So what I love about his portrayal of Apollo Creed, just to go off on a
He
slight
dies,
tangent
he
here.
dies.
So the way he progresses. So in the
Yeah.
first movie, he's the arrogant champ at the top of his game in his prime, right?
Yeah,
in his
yeah,
prime, and he's just got no worries in the world. He doesn't. He takes Rocky light. He takes everybody lightly because he's at the top of his game. He's the man. He's in his
Yeah.
prime. In the second movie, he's past his prime and he's angry
Yeah.
and he's pissed.
He's pissed.
And
He's ready to
he's-
fucking fight and
yeah, he's-
fucking destroy.
And the way I love the way Carl portrays that character in both the first one and the second one. That dichotomy there, it's totally
Yeah, it's
different.
Fantastic.
And if you pay attention to his acting, it's totally different in both movies. He is a different guy.
Yeah.
And in that second movie, he's over the hill. He's past his prime, which is why Rocky beats him. But he is goddamn motivated,
Yeah,
and
big
he
time.
is angry and he is mean. He is not the same guy he was in the first movie when he lost to Rocky because he was looking past him, was
Yeah. It was
underestimating.
like, oh,
him.
it's
Or he didn't lose, but he won,
schmuck.
but
Yeah.
he lost the crowd.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
essence.
Yeah.
And then in Rocky 3, he becomes like the friend and the trainer. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just like iconic, just purely iconic,
Timeless.
timeless character.
Yes.
And that guy is just about as much of my childhood as Rocky. It's really close. Obviously, Rocky is slightly above, but Apollo Creed is right there.
Oh yeah.
Like to me, those are the two greatest boxing champs of all time, and they're not even real characters.
No.
And then the
Not
two
even
greatest,
close.
like it's Rock and Apollo. Like those are the guys are the icons. That's fucking. That's Michael Jordan and Wilt right there, and they're not even real fucking characters. That's what's crazy about it. But they're so ingrained in my brain and such a part of my fucking life, childhood. Like
a childhood
that guy,
nostalgia.
Yeah.
like it's just
May he rest in peace.
absolutely
R.I.P.
like a
Carl
legend.
Weathers.
Amazing.
R.I.P.
Amazing legend. Fantastic. He put out some great movies. Fantastic.
Underrated.
We'll miss you, bud.
Action Jackson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Action Jackson is underrated. You know, nobody knows what I'm talking. Well, there's a select few that might. No, they're not watching this though. But
I don't know,
if
Action
you've ever seen Action Jackson,
Nope.
it's an action movie
Yeah.
with Carl Weathers as the lead, and he's a badass motherfucker. Just you know, throwing it
Perfect.
out. There.
Watch it. Carl
It's
Weathers,
pure
thank you, bud.
'80s cheese, but it's also great because Carl Weathers is a badass.
Badass motherfucker.
Never seen.
Nope.
Shit, so
I don't know what the hell I'm listening
I
to
you
right
don't
now.
know. You don't.
I'm
Watch
smi-
Action Jackson.
I'm
let's-
smiling
let's-
waving,
you know,
boys.
you know who
Smiling
will know what
waving.
Action Jackson is?
My dad.
Your dad.
Hey.
He absolutely knows what Action Jackson is.
You
Let's
lecture-
give
you
a
lecture
cheers
on
to
me.
him here.
Uh,
Rest in peace, Carl.
Pour one out for the boys.
There you go.
Pour one out for the boys.
There you go.
We
We'll
love you,
see-
Carl.
We
Carl.
love you, Carl.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace. We'll
Carl.
miss you, buddy.
Chubbs.
Chubbs.
Apollo. Action Jackson.